my old Maryland Parkway. So now it's turned into kind of like a weird area. There's Fremont Street, but this is my old Maryland Parkway and Fremont Street. A little bit of action. And I'm headed directly down the street where my home was that I grew up in, my actual childhood home. And it was right from downtown Las Vegas area, and the strip would be over there. And this is Maryland Parkway. So I'm coming out from kind of like way from the east over there, Sunrise Mountain, and where Nellis is, and the Nellis Air Force Base. But I've literally driven all the way around the city today and doing a couple things here and there. And now I'm going to drive by my old childhood home I grew up in. That was 6 bedroom, 4 bathrooms for 8 of us kids. And my dad raised us, basically. And this town has changed. Wow. It's really changing. Poor guy, get out of the road. Just cruising along. Just take your time. Now down here, this used to be where the old costume shop used to be, where I would order from. Now it looks like they got some apartments, but it was down here, like on the corner. And I know this splits off, but this is kind of in that area. Not the best area of town. Not that I'm putting anybody down, but the area that I was in, I spent all day in just now, was an area that we avoided growing up. Like, you only went there, or you went to what's called Fantasy Park on Friday nights. And Fantasy Park is located back over on the north side. And you could go there for whatever, you know, on your weekend to start your night out with your friends and whatever you were doing. That was the Vegas thing. There's Charleston, which would be right down the street. Now here's going to be a park that I played in. And here's the old Huntridge Theater. That's classic. And they're thinking about closing that down and getting rid of it. That's the old Huntridge Theater. And then here is the Roundabout Park that I basically grew up around. And we're going to go right by the church and school that I went to 1st through 8th grade. And this is my old neighborhood that I actually grew up in. Franklin, this is Maryland Parkway. This is my street. I'm going to drive straight, show you my school, and I'll make a left down Oakey, and then I'll come back up St. Louis and then head straight back out. I'm staying on the other side of town, like around Blue Diamond and that area. But this is kind of the old Las Vegas, what they would call old. Like, the homes are a lot like that. And the home that I grew up in is a 1-story. And basically 6 bedroom, 4 bathroom. We put extensions on it the bigger the family got, being Catholic. Here's the church. It's been here a long time. It's a smaller one. And then the strip basically starts off right about there. That's how far away I was from my home. And here's Gorman. So this is the high school. This is the church right here that I grew up with. This is St. Anne's. And then I went to that school right there for 9th grade, which started me in public school. And this is St. Louis, and this is my old hood, literally my hood. There's St. Anne's, that's where I went. And our family built all these condos. This used to just be a dirt lot. And then these are like the regular neighborhood people that I knew. And then my house is down here. And I remember when they put in this little bumper stop thing that makes you turn left and you got to get in the lane. I remember when they did that. I was a kid when they made that construction. And this is my street when I was a kid, 15th. And I remember them putting this bumper situation in here. And there's my house that I grew up in, literally right there with the big tree. That's my home. Go ahead. And this people over here and the ones next door, that was a mobster. And these people own the magazine and were very quiet. And I used to talk to all the neighbors, but this is my old home that I grew up in, literally. And that was like that window is like my front door. I wonder if anybody's living here now. So this is my old neighborhood. And that was a mobster's house, and a car blew up. That used to be Liberace's house, and the Hilton used to own it. And next to, these were all my friends, and we built them, and that was a 2-story. But that used to just be a dirt lot, and we used to ride our motorcycles in it. And this goes around. This goes like around and curves. So this was a fun neighborhood. That was the Von Tobels. They owned the Von Tobel store, and then it goes all the way down to like the lawyers of the city and stuff. I'm actually going to go up to the door. This is my old house, and I literally am excited